Now let's work on the right door. We would like to make it so that when we click on the right door, it opens. So we need to create a new event when the mouse is clicked on something. And we could drag door 1 to it, but you can also select it from the pull-down menu here. We want to have something happen when the mouse is clicked on door 1. Now we could simply take door 1's methods and have it turn when we open it, but it turns out that is not going to quite work. So what we're going to do is we're going to write an event handler for door 1. You can only write methods for the castle, so we create a new method. Let's call it open door. And that's the method we're going to want to execute here. Right now it doesn't do anything, but it will shortly. So it's going to be the open door method that is going to be invoked when we click on door 1. What do we want to have the door do? We want it to turn. And we'll have it turn left by a quarter revolution. Now we already have something. If we play this, as before, click on the left door, it tells a joke. Click on the right door, it opens. Notice that you can still click on the left door and get your joke, and you can still click on the right door and have it open. But regrettably, by opening, we just mean turning to the left, and that's not exactly what we had in mind. So we need to do a little bit more with the open method. What we want to do is when we click on the door when it's closed, we want it to open, and when it's open, we want it to close. So we need to keep track of whether it's opened or closed, and for that, we need a decision. In order to keep track of whether it's opened or closed, we'll create a new property. You can create new properties for the castle, and this property will be of type Boolean. It's going to be true if the door is open and false if it's closed. So let's call it open. And it's going to start out as false because initially the door will be closed. So when do we want the castle door to open? Put this in here. We would like it to open if this is false, that is, if the door is closed. So what we'll do is we'll drag this into here, and using the world functions, we'll check to see if this is not true. So this is saying if the castle door is not open, we're going to open it. There's a bit more work to do, but let's see what we have now. If you start the world, you open it, click on it once, click on it again, it does the same thing. So we need to do a bit more. And think about what's happening here. If the door is not open, we open it, but we never recorded the fact that we opened it. And the way we can do that is by using the open property variable. There it goes with the castle. After we open the door, we're going to set open to true. So that means the next time this method is called, open will be true, so this will be false, and we will not open the door again. So let's see how that goes. Click it once, the door opens. Click it again, nothing happens. Of course, we want it to go the other way, and therefore, if this turns out not to be true, that is, if open happens to be true, we want to do something in this branch, and we want to do a very similar thing to what we did up here. So let's copy this, drag it down here, and just change left to right because it's going to go in the opposite direction. And similarly, we'll copy this and drag it down here. And instead of setting open to true, now we want to set it to false. This should work, although there's one more thing we should do. And that is the name of this method is openDoor. But now it's not only opening the door, it's also closing the door. So let's change the name to open or close door. And we can do that by right-clicking on here. And we'll call this open or close door. So now it's appropriately renamed, both where the method is listed in the list of methods, in the tab, and in the event handler. So now let's play this. It does what it should do. Click on this door, it opens. Now it's open, so we know if we click on it, it should do the opposite. Events are handled simultaneously in Alice. That is, if we are telling a knock-knock joke and we click on this door, we'll open the door, and we can open and close it to our heart's content, and we can do both of these events simultaneously, clicking any number of times. So that really makes our world much richer.